end is very good.
You have a very good end? Great.
It's very good.
I have a adequate end.
With a coin slot.
Sufficient end with a coin slot. Nickel slot right there. Boop.
Oh.
All right. Here comes. Yes, I'm recording video today. Got it all, Smithian. Yesterday I forgot and I had to use the VOD. It's fine, though. It all worked out in the end. Okay, here we go. It begins in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS. What's with the emotional audience guy?
Thanks, the Cork.
I want my emotional support chicken.
What's this in my oyster?
Naked with a bag on head.
No one wants this FedEx delivery.
Tom's Tech Time.
Reccomentals and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
10 seconds after this kiss, their lives will be torn apart. So beautiful, but she was damaged goods.
I'm talking.
You dump the morning into the stream, and there are many flavors that you can get. This is the Morning Stream.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The Morning Stream, or maybe for the first time. I don't know. I don't want to assume anything. There's probably plenty of people that just ran into this today and went, what's this stupid thing Scott's doing?
This isn't Todd and Aaron.
No,
What's this?
no, Todd and Aaron. This can't be them. It's Scott and Brian. I'm Scott. That's Brian. Hi, Brian. Good morning.
Yeah. Hi, Scott. Good morning to you.
Hey, it's Wednesday, the December 19th, 2018. We're, let's see, six days.
1 week until Boxing Day.
That's right. 6, what is it, 5?
Save those receipts, people. Save those receipts.
6. Yeah, 6 days till Christmas Day, everybody. Why, it's Christmas Day. Give me the biggest goose in the thing. We're excited. It's a Christmas Day. I'm doing, when Scrooge gets excited about the big goose he wants to buy for the Cratchits.
Oh, gotcha.
So he takes it to the Cratchits and says, hey, I brought dinner. And they all go, woo! And then little Timmy says,
God bless us, everyone.
There's the bit. There's the part. Yes. We're all coming to that. Doesn't die in that future. Well, he probably still dies, but...
His alternate timeline, Tiny Tim.
Yeah, Tiny Tim probably. That's the other thing is they never talked about in that story. Tiny Tim is... like in the future, ghost future, he's dead and it's super sad because he never got taken care of properly, got the proper medical attention or whatever. Right. But they never say this in the show, even though Scrooge is Mr. Nice Guy and brings a goose over to the house and changes Cratchit's whole view of things. Timmy probably still dies early.
No. He grows up and learns to play the ukulele and marries Miss Vicky on the Tonight Show and sings Tiptoe Through the Tulips.
All right. He lived a lot longer than I thought. Interesting. Yeah.
He doesn't grow up, he doesn't grow up handsome by any means.
No, he does not.
Tiptoe through the tulips.
Oh my gosh. I haven't thought of that guy in 2 decades or something.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he's resting peacefully in whatever grave he's in now.
He is.
He died, right?
I've got a great cover that he did of Billy Idol's Rebel Yell.
Shut up. Really?
It's totally true, yes.
Why has that never been on the show? We should play that.
Because it's like 9 minutes long or something.
Oh, well, there's your problem. Hey, do you know that Billy Idol is now a U.S. citizen? Just recently, like a couple of weeks ago. He
really?
Did the oath. Yeah, he's in for good. Yeah.
That's an American sneer now, huh?
Yeah, that sneer is all kinds of American now. So
that sneer is all USA.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, no, I had no idea. That's interesting.
I don't know what prompted it. I don't know.
Yeah.
He just lived here most of his entertainment life, I think, and I think at some point he just was like, "What am I even doing? Why don't I just have, why don't I just be a citizen of this country and pay taxes here?"
Gonna nationalize myself. Nationalize myself.
Well, I thought I'd go home, but I decided not to.
Rest, I'll nationalize myself.
I had to go through that 3 times, because I had 3 adopted siblings, and they all had to do the nationalization thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we go to the court, and they had to be old enough to understand what they were agreeing to and all that business, and they were all immigrants.
Did you ever see the questions on the test that they had to answer? Like,
I was so young.
In what year was the dumping of the tea into Boston Harbor. Or
I
whatever
don't
it was.
remember what the deal was. It was like I was probably 12 when the last one happened, so I don't know if I was paying attention. I think I was too freaked out about how girls were suddenly attractive. I think that's what happened to me. Because at age 12, you suddenly like everything, all your, I didn't want to play with Star Wars toys anymore. I wanted to get to know Sheila up the road a little better.
Yeah, that's right. Naturalization, not nationalization. Naturalization.
Yeah, naturalization. What did we say? Did we say nationalization?
I said nationalization.
Oh, okay.
Because it fit better with the Dancing with Myself lyrics, I guess. I don't know. It's the first thing. Nationalization, naturalization, tomato, potato. Come on.
Potato. One has a very sinister meaning.
6
and
of
one doesn't.
one, 8 stone of another. It's all the same.
There you go. Well, the British appreciate that reference. Nice job.
Yeah, they surely did, and they're all shaking their heads
Of course.
quietly at me right now.
Blood pudding. All right, here's the deal. I went last night to see Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse.
Sure.
And I'm going to commit once again. I did it before the show. I'll do it now. I'm not going to talk about any details of the movie. I'm not going to do any of that. Because this is
Nothing
one of
that could
those.
be considered a spoiler.
No,
yes.
This is one of those movies. I did this with Fury Road, if you might remember. This is one of those movies where y'all should just go see it and love it
And in
as much
2
as I
weeks,
did.
we'll talk about
Yeah,
it.
in a couple of weeks maybe we'll talk about it. But I loved the movie, and I want to see it again and maybe again. And certainly can't wait for things like Blu-ray editions and whatever else comes out of that. But
bonus stuff.
easily my favorite movie of the year, like hands down.
Wow.
And I can't think of anything that comes close. I was blown away and loved every freaking second of it. And the only thing I would say that would it maybe further enhance my enjoyment of it is to tell people that I have never seen anything quite like it. I've never seen this kind of visual thing ever. And that's significant because you always wonder if, are movies really going to ever advance? Have we crested and they all kind of samey now? Or, the only thing you can really do is improve story and stuff. I'm happy to say that this is innovative as hell and should win a ton of awards and is super, super rad. So go see it.
Yeah, I hope it is in the time period for the Oscars to recognize it for, I guess you don't do visual effects. It's just going to be animation is the only thing really you can do because...
I guess so, yeah. It feels like
story, of course, right? You can do
Right.
story, you can do director, you can do best picture. But I'm thinking that it blows away. And again, this is the year that Incredibles 2 came out, which was fantastic.
It's a good animation year. Good quality stuff out there. For sure.
But animation style and being able to combine all these different styles of animation into one movie is just amazing.
Yeah, it's insane. I just can't believe what I saw, and I was blown away by it. And I didn't want to get up and leave. And
Good thing you didn't, right? Because
I stuck around. That was That was the best part.
Stinger was like I was saying, it might be my favorite. I'm trying to think of a Marvel Stinger that I enjoyed more than that Marvel Stinger.
No, easily my favorite. Because everything else is just sort of, okay, cool, you're connecting other movies or whatever. That's not what this is. It's amazing. So stick around. There was a bunch of people that got up, and I'm like, you dummies, you're all dummies, getting up, walking out like a bunch of dummies. You got to stay for the end of this thing.
The only other person that stayed in my viewing on Monday was the dude who took my seat.
Oh.
He's the only other person who stayed in the theater.
Of course.
So,
the guy that took your seat.
I mean, I guess if you're recording the whole thing, then you want to stay till the end to make sure that upload that you're going to put up on Pirate Bay is of the complete quality.
Of course. Now, the nice thing was we got the seats we wanted. When we got there, nobody was in them, so that's good. Always a bonus.
Good. Definitely a bonus.
Yeah, but we were right next to this kid, and I thought, oh, he looks like a dirty little teenager boy. We're going to have, I just thought he was going to be noisy and annoying and flicking his feet all the time. And I don't know why I thought that. I went in there with a total stereotype of what this kid was going to be. He was the best person you could ever sit next to. Didn't budge the entire time. Didn't take up extra room. Didn't fiddle with the freaking armrest. Just
pull his phone out.
Nope, none of that. Just chill.
Facebook post, I'm watching Spider-Verse right now.
Yeah, he was really, really, keen to just be there and watch the movie, and that made me very happy. So bonus there. There was only one weird thing in the movie theater during the entirety of the whole thing, and the audience was super engaged and lots of cheering at the end and laughter. That's the other thing about the movie; it's genuinely freaking funny. And my wife doesn't laugh at animated films. She laughed at this like multiple times, and so that's another good thing to say about the movie. Also, the story's really good.
Actually, and before you even go any further with that, Kim, not as big into comic books as you and I are, and Steven Schleicher are, obviously.
Right.
But she really enjoyed it as far as like coming into this thing, not knowing much about.
She loved it. She didn't see any. She had seen no trailers. She doesn't know anything about multiverse stuff in Spider-Man's world or any of that. She never even heard of Miles Morales, and so that stuff all was new to her. Just from she knows what she likes and she enjoys. She loves MCU movies, like loves Marvel movies, but it's not like she's got all this background on all these characters or anything. She probably she is better representative of probably most people who see these movies, and that's a credit to them for being such a broad attraction to so many demographics, and she's like that. But she loved it. She looked at me at the end when she goes, "That was the coolest thing I think I may have ever seen." Cool. Like we were just so good. But here's the only weird thing that happened in the whole movie, and it's not that weird, but toward the end of it, like you would expect, there's a nice little quote directed to honor Stan Lee, right?
Yes.
And Stan Lee, of course, passing away. Every Marvel movie for the next foreseeable while is going to have something like this. And it's just it was a nice little quote that he said once. And I'm not going to say what it was. People can read it for themselves. It was a very nice little quote. It's one of my favorite things he ever said. And it was super nice. But in the background, the audience is pretty quiet during that point. And in the background behind me, in the movie theater, I hear a guy go, and I can only describe this as he did it in this voice.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find it. Real. Okay, you know the Real to Me guy? This guy.
Yeah, it's real to me.
Yeah, this guy here.
It's still real to me, damn it!
In that tone, and also sounding teary. And I don't want to judge the guy. He's probably very emotionally invested in Stan Lee. I don't know. But that came up on the screen. They did the little quote. And then this guy from the back of the theater goes, "Thank you, Stan Lee!" It's super loud, and it sounded not like he was kidding. Like it didn't sound like somebody who was being an ass. It sounded like somebody who was like genuinely broken up about it. And
that's kind of sweet. Actually,
it was kind of sweet.
I know it's
It kind of just knocked me. It just knocked me out of my zone a little. I was like, "Whoa, what?
Right.
Hello!" Like this is weird, but anyway, it was kind of sweet. But it also made me laugh, and I looked at Kim like, "Boy, we got some dedicated Stan Lee." But it was so like, "It's real to me, damn it!" It was great.
Oh, I love that. I actually really genuinely love that. Poor guy.
Yeah, it was kind of sad. But anyway, go see it, enjoy it. It's the coolest thing you'll see this year, probably. Yeah, sure. What'd you do instead? What'd you do? You didn't go to a movie. You did something else.
I didn't go to a movie. I went to a Christmas party, and it's really cool because, you and I both work for ourselves. And so company Christmas parties for Frog Pants or for Coverville Media or for whatever, usually just me and, us and our wives going out to dinner or something. I mean, imagine if... Again, if we lived in Rawlins, Wyoming, where
we've been warned, by the way.
Holy cow, people have been telling us, stay away.
Yeah, that's been an interesting thing because all these tweets going, "Don't come up here. It's a dump. People who live here hate it. It's awful. It's a prison/factory town, and we hate it." I'm like, okay, geez, all right, I won't go to Rawlins. Jeez.
Anyway, if you and I lived in the same city, we'd probably have like a little Frog Pants company Christmas party. And again, it would probably just be the four of us going out, but we'd say this is our official Christmas party. But again, when you work for yourself, you don't really have that. You don't really get that thing. So when one of my clients, and it's a client that to call him a client feels like totally dismissing, or not dismissing, but understating his and my relationship. He and I have known each other since 1992. He and I worked he was head of sales at the if I can use your phone company, the sales presentation software company. And so he and I did a lot of traveling together, did a lot of seminars and training and stuff like that together. The only reason he doesn't appear in that video is because as head of sales, he's always out there with customers, and he really couldn't appear in the video. And
right, weren't you kind of his? You were like his what's the word? Not stand-in. You were his proxy in the video. You're like the sales guy. Right?
Yeah, right. Yes, exactly. Except I'm the inept sales guy who doesn't bring the figures for the health and fitness section with him.
Oh, right. Right.
And doesn't have that information at my fingertips like you would if you used our software.
Sure. That's the whole point. You're the anti guy or whatever.
Anyway, so he left the company shortly before I did. I left the company in 2006. And then he started up his own company almost immediately. 3 years later, I started working for him in kind of a more official capacity. And then I left to focus more on podcasting and freelance. And then he hired me back on a few years ago as a freelance consultant.
Sure.
And basically says, yeah, maybe I don't have enough to do a full position for you, and you probably don't want that, but I've got enough work to keep you busy. And so when he invited me to their company Christmas party, I said, yes, heck yeah, I'm going. And it's still a small company. It's like 6 people, and then a couple consultants. So he invited me to a place called the Cork last night. And if you're from the area, you might know this place. It's in Boulder. It used to be called the Cork and Cleaver, but they've shortened it to just the Cork. And it is a place that is known for their steak and for their wine.
That sounds good.
$50 steaks, baseball cut steaks, or prime rib, or whatever, and really, really good wine. So I indulged in the former. I had a nice little prime rib. I had the Boulder cut, which is they had the Boulder cut and the Colorado cut, neither of which listed what the ounces were, but that was the big difference. Is one of them was 10, the other one was 14 ounces. So I had a 10 ounce.
Good for you, dude. I would have been tempted to go the big one. So.
Oh yeah, and I stayed away. No baked potato. Yeah. I did a. They've got kind of a little bit of a southwestern influence. So one of their sides was a green chili cut in half, filled with a corn, like baked with a corn salsa and a sprinkling of cheese on top. And so that was really good. And then I had a wedge salad. Yeah. So I feel like I was pretty good last night. However, it's still, I haven't logged it in points wise just to see what what it's going to cost me. But today, suffice it to say, today is like all raw vegetables and tepid water is all I'm having today.
Oh, it looks fantastic. I'm looking at their website. This food looks so good.
Oh, it is really, really good. Oh, yeah. Tina ordered the creme brulee, and so I had to have a little bit of her creme brulee.
Oh, I was going to say, you got a +1 last night. That's fun. Little dinner date with the wife.
Yeah. Oh, they wouldn't. They're certainly not the type. And I can't imagine any Christmas party that unless it's held at your office during the working day.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine any go out after hours Christmas party where it's like, by the way, just you, not your wife.
Yeah.
not your husband, not your significant other. Nope, just you.
Sure. My brother Matt, my Korean brother Matt, his wife Okanon, I call her Opanon because it's funny. She does extra work in local TV productions. It's kind of weird that when they need like a middle-aged looking Asian lady, they hire her. She comes and does stuff. And so there's a show that's on Disney Channel right now that a guy just got fired from because he tried to hook up with underage kids on the internet. Do you know what I'm talking about? This was like a recent story. Chat room, you'll know the name of the show probably. Crap. It's like something Mac or not Bernie Mac. It's like Alan Mac or Allie Mac or some name like that. Anyway, some older dude in that show has been like reaching out on various social networks to try to hook up with younger folk. Andy Mack, that's the name of it.
Andy Mack, okay.
I don't know the show at all. I have never seen it, but she's on that show as an extra little Korean lady, and so
no speaking lines, just basically whenever they need a.
Oh, good question. I don't know actually. She may do some speaking stuff. I'm not sure, but I think it's just a lot of. They consider her part of the cast because the reason I bring this up is it reminds me of your thing. They had a big Christmas party for the production and for everybody involved, and there's no +1. You just
really?
Yeah, I just was blown away by that. My brother Mac just came over here instead and hung out. Like he's like, yeah, they only have they only do the 1 ticket. They don't do 2 tickets. He said. And I thought, well,
that's
weird.
That is lame.
Also,
Absolutely
how uncomfortable
lame.
is that party anyway? You got the
Right?
one of your main adult actors is good out there doing the diddle doodle. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Maybe that's why they said no +1. Oh, he's doing This is my babysitter.
I love it because last year he was, hey, who's this? It's my stepdaughter from 3 marriages ago. Yeah, that ain't good. That ain't good.
Geez.
Well, anyway, that's good stuff. The Cork making me hungry. Nice job.
Yeah, good.
And you weigh in.
Glad I could help.
And you weigh in on Friday. Is that the deal?
I weigh in on Friday, so I've got 24 hours really from now to kind of get the business rolling. Like get some vegetables, some like I said, lots of water today just to kind of flush my system of red meat toxins. I don't know. I mean, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But this week I have started doing the Bowflex on a morning daily basis. A little circuit deal, half an hour circuit training on the Bowflex.
Nice. And remind me, Bowflex is all like, what do you do?
It's basically like, it's like your home gym kind of thing, but instead of weights, you've got these steel rods that have different tension, and you hook in to that tension with little pulleys and stuff.
Oh, gotcha. But
instead of actually lifting a weight, you're just going against the dynamic.
There's no like cardio thing part of it, right? Like there's no jogging or anything like that.
No.
Okay.
For cardio, I've got to do the treadmill, and my foot slowly getting better. The plantar fasciitis. I need to stretch it and ice it more, but it's still not to where I want a treadmill.
The rheumatiz.
The rheumatiz, yes.
Got a bad
the
case
vapors.
of the vapors. All right, everybody. Welcome to Battle Royale with our good friend Brian Dunaway on the line. Hi, Brian.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Hi. It's
Hello.
nice to see you. How are you? How's your 6 days from Christmas going? You doing all right?
My 6 days from Christmas is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited about Christmas this year.
When you say amazing, tell me why. What do you got going? You got something rad happening, or what's the deal there?
No, everybody's just doing well. I mean, could you ask for a better Christmas time than spirits are high? Everybody seems to be healthy. That to me is the epitome of a wonderful Christmas. Plus, Little John and Kool-Aid Man released a new Christmas song just a few days ago. Very excited about that.
Wait, Little John and who?
Little John and Kool-Aid Man.
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid and Little John teamed up for a Christmas time hootenanny.
Oh yeah, Lil John and Christmas song. Oh, it's with the Kool-Aid, the actual Kool-Aid Man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the big oh yeah guy. This is a thing? Oh, this makes me want to die. Is this really a thing? This is a thing.
It's absolutely a thing. You can listen to just the audio, or you can watch the video and watch Little John and his grill.
Here it is.
Fantastic.
Let me play a little taste of this. Here, hold on. Okay. Whoa. Why is
Please tell me that at some point Kool-Aid Man busts through a wall to sing.
He does. He busts in, but through the front door.
Okay.
Oh,
well, let's see
that's lame.
It is lame. Okay, there's Lil John drinking his drink, walking around his house. Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Kool-Aid Man, you ready for Christmas? Oh yeah. Yeah. All I really want for Christmas. All I really want for Christmas. All I really.
Okay, I kind of hate it, but I kind of love it.
I like it better than the Pitbull cover of Africa.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, no. That's a low bar, but yes, I agree with you on that. That's wonderful.
I'm really disappointed that Kool-Aid Man isn't covered with jewels and like that. You know that he hasn't stuck a grill and like stuck a bunch of, because isn't Little John the one who had that crunk glass with all the
So
crap glued to it?
This is actually looks like on the surface, and I'm pretty sure it is. This is wholly endorsed by Kool-Aid's parent company.
Oh, it would have to be. Yeah.
So there's no really bad language in it, and he also advocates to replace the eggnog with the Kool-Aid as a new holiday drink. So
wow. That's fantastic.
I'm not sure how I feel. I like his ugly sweater. I guess the ugly sweater is the only point you see Kool-Aid Man busting through a wall.
Yeah.
Because it's an ugly sweater with Kool-Aid Man busting through a wall.
He needs to be breaking through walls every time. That's bad form.
Yeah.
It's Kool-Aid.
Yeah, you don't want to get locked into that. Stereotype.
You don't want to get typecast.
Yeah.
Right, you don't want to get typecast into that.
Kool-Aid man always bust through wall.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid man very disappointed.
Very
'Cause I figured you're talking
disappointed.
like the Hulk.
Yeah, he's like a caveman or the Hulk. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, right.
We're going to play Battle Royale. We have a listener on the line. Hi, good morning. Who's this?
Hello, this is Slucko in the Tadpole.
Well, hello.
Morning, guys.
Sluggo, was it?
Slucko.
Slucko. Got it. I like the name Slucko. It's a pretty good name. Well, it's good to have you here, Slucko, and we're going to play a little game with you. Today's a very special version of the game, and I really hope you win because, remember, on Monday, Steven Schleicher offered $30 toward movie tickets for people to see Into the Spider-Verse if they win today's Battle Royale. So that's not only part of this gift prize, but there's a bunch of other stuff too. So, Brian, will you explain the rules and what they could win?
No, actually, once we had Steven do that, I took out the video game prize.
Oh, you took
that's
out
a $30 prize right
Gotcha.
there.
All right. Very good point.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, I'll give Scott and Brian Dunaway a topic, and they're going to go back and forth with answers for that topic. If one of them gives a wrong answer, a repeated answer, or they take too long to come up with an answer, the win is going to go to the other player. Your job is to predict who is going to come out on top based on the topic. Today, you are playing for the aforementioned $30 towards a pair of tickets for the winner to go see Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse, courtesy of our friend Steven Schleicher. And you know what? If you win, I will. I'll tell you the three. Let you choose from the three Steam games that we're going to be part of today's prize, and you get to pick one of those. How's that?
Oh, very nice.
A little bonus, a little
That's
Christmas
awesome.
bonus for you.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it.
All right. Before they can start. Before Brian Dunaway and Scott can start, I'm going to give them their topic, and then they can start thinking about it while I ask you, Slucko, who you think is going to win. This one comes to us courtesy of David Boyle. This is not a Christmas-related one for a change.
Oh.
But have you been studying? You've probably been studying up, haven't you?
Who, me?
Both of you probably.
I haven't
No. Christmas is my jam. I
Yeah.
like Christmas.
Good. Well, this one won't help you at all.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Horror movies, maybe? No.
It is not. No. There have been 36 video games released for consoles with the words Super and Mario in the titles.
Okay,
Right?
so I'm just going to go Super Mario is the answer every time.
Well, Super and Mario appear in the titles of 36 video games released on consoles. I want you to name as many as you can.
Oh, I got this, dude. Okay, all right.
All right.
Who's gonna win and who goes first?
Feels pretty confident, Slucko. You gotta admire Scott's confidence in this one.
I gotta admit, Scott seems very confident, so I'm gonna go Scott to win, and let's start with Brian to start.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Totally
so let me get this right. What's that now?
No, go ahead. You do what you do.
All right.
You mean
So
okay? You need
read
to
the question one
refresh?
more time. I want to make sure. I want to make sure that I got the question 100% down.
There have been 36 video games released to consoles with the words Super and Mario in the title.
Has there been any that wasn't released to console? Okay, that one. That's what kind of confused me a little bit.
Well, I mean, I'm not counting mobile games or arcade re-releases, things like that. How's that?
I got you. All right. So Super Mario Brothers.
Let's go with the easiest one, right?
Right.
First appeared in the arcades, by the way. It was an arcade game
That's
first.
true, yes.
Yep.
And released on the NES in 1985.
Yeah. Okay. Super Mario Kart.
Super Mario Kart. That's right. 1992, released for the Super Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Super Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Super Mario Kart. Now, we're going to go with series, too. We can, go 2 and that
Absolutely.
kind of stuff, too, right?
If it contains the words Super and Mario, those are the only stipulations.
This just seems so tricky. This seems like one of those so simple. You're gonna get me with something,
right? Well,
I'm not falling for it. So I'm gonna go with Super Mario 64.
Super Mario 64, 1996 for the N64, of course.
Right.
Woohoo! All right, I'm gonna dance around a little.
Okay.
And say,
what you do on your own time is your own business.
I don't remember the year, but New Super Mario Brothers 2.
New Super Mario Brothers 2, released in 2012 for the 3DS.
Ah, more recent than I thought. Okay.
New.
Recent-ish.
All right.
Yes.
I'm going to go with Super Mario Sunshine.
Super Mario Sunshine, 2002
GameCube.
for
One of my
GameCube.
favorites.
Exactly right.
Super Mario 3D Land on the 3DS.
Super Mario 3D Land, 2011. Very good on the 3DS, as you mentioned.
All right. I'm hoping that by me jumping around, I'm going to throw him. That's kind of why I'm doing it.
You really are, because there's so many, but I'm like, I just feel like every one of them I'm going to say is like, oh, Brian, that was actually called Super Mario something crazy.
Right.
Oh, geez.
You're doing very well. Like,
I'm going for the big titles that I remember, like
Especially when Nintendo can go crazy with some of the names.
Yeah, that's
Right?
true.
Yep, exactly.
God, Super Mario Tennis.
Super Mario Tennis. Yes, that was. Let me find it.
It's got to be in there.
It has to be in there.
Bless you. Bless you
That
again.
was promised
Gesundheit.
that,
Good Lord.
why am I not?
Now I'm getting
seeing
nervous. Is
Why
it
am I
called
not seeing
something
this
other?
list? I remember
Is it just
Super Mario
called
Tennis,
tennis?
so-
It's not just called tennis or something that's stupid. Is
It
it
could
like
just be-
Nintendo Tennis? This is why I didn't like this
I
subject.
think it's Mario Tennis.
It could just be Mario Tennis. That could be the problem. There's no super in there, maybe.
Yeah, let me see. Let me take
Is
a
it
look.
just Mario Tennis?
Mario Tennis and Mario Tennis
No.
Aces and
I was prepared to go to the
That was
mat on
quick.
this. I was going to go to the mat on this
Wow.
because I had a lot of obscure ones. We didn't even get to Super Mario 2, Super Mario 3, all the other Mario Kart incarnations. And the one that I was going to really throw them with was The Lost Levels, which came out in, I think, like 89 or 7 or something. I don't remember the year. And there was going to be the Wario Land, which was subtitled Super Mario Land 3. Oh, this would have been something else, Brian, if you'd just
You picked
come in
the
there.
horse. You picked the horse.
Yeah.
let's read the
I didn't
entire.
want to be.
Hey, this is
I didn't
a
want to
good
be lame,
positive
like going.
after
Oh, this is
me working the
Mario
holiday
2,
season at Amazon
Mario
and
3.
getting a job the other day.
Yeah? That's sorry. Brian was making a weird noise while you said that last part. Say that last part again.
Oh, just saying that this is a positive. This is a positive for me. I've been working at Amazon fulfillment the last couple months and had
Yeah.
a job interview yesterday with Apple that didn't go well. So
Oh, it didn't go well.
Oh,
Good.
man. Sorry to hear that.
What'd they say? They go, what is an iPad? And you said, a lady
That's like a
feminine
Surface,
product.
right?
It's a lady
And you-
feminine product. And they went,
And
get
you
out.
said Super Mario Tennis.
Nailed it. All right. Well,
somehow
you.
premonition for the next day.
Yeah, there you go. Well, you've
There you
won
go.
$30 to your name, and you should use it on Spider-Man Enter the Spider-Verse as it was intended. But I think it's $30 either way. The way this works is you need to send. Let's see how we.
Send me an email. I'm going to give him the choice of the
Oh, right.
games, and then I'm also going to forward it over to Steven Schleicher.
Yes, and then he will PayPal the money
All right,
directly
gotcha.
to you ASAP,
Cool.
and you are.
It's like
the
you
winner.
are planning on seeing Super Mario Spider-Man, Super Mario Spider-Man into the Super Mario verse, right?
Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, of course.
Good, very good.
Of course, you're
Good
going to see
answer.
it. Well, that's
Okay.
fantastic.
Here's the rest of the list, by the way, if
Yeah.
you're ready.
Yeah.
Super Mario Brothers 2, i.e. The Lost Levels. I Am a Teacher, Super Mario Sweater, which came out in 1986 for the Famicom.
Oh my gosh.
All Night Nippon Super Mario Brothers, 1986 on the Famicom. Super Mario Brothers 2, Brothers 3, Super Mario Land, Super Mario World, Super Mario Land 2, 6 Golden Coins, Super Mario All-Stars, Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3, very good Scott, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, Mario's Super Picross, which has the words in a reverse order, crazy. Super Mario RPG Legend: The Seven Stars, Super Mario Brothers Deluxe, Super Mario Advance, Advance 2, Super Mario World, Yoshi's Island, Super Mario Advance 3, Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Brothers 3.
Wow.
That's the subtitle for Super Mario Advance 4 is Super Mario Brothers 3.
Perfect.
Super Mario 64 DS, Super Mario Strikers, New Super Mario Brothers, Super Paper Mario, Super Mario Galaxy, New Super Mario Brothers Wii, Super Mario Galaxy 2, New Super Mario Brothers U, Super Mario 3D World, Super Mario Maker, Super Mario Odyssey, and the most recent, Super Mario Party, which just came out for the Switch this year.
That's fantastic.
Woo,
well,
big thanks to David Boyle for putting that one together.
Well, Dunaway, you've done it. Congratulations goes to Slucko, and you'll hear from us soon. Get that email to Brian. Dunaway, you've proven once again that you are a formidable foe.
You pooped the bed.
You pooped the bed. No, not at all. You did great, and really enjoyed it. Now, here's the deal. The next time we talk to you in Battle Royale fashion, it will be Wednesday in the new year. No, I'm sorry.
1 week, yes. Oh, not in the year.
Not in the new year.
1 week from today. Still in this year.
Yes, 1 week from today, you'll be on the one of the three shows we do that week.
Day after Christmas.
Day after Christmas. And we'll do this again, and it'll be a blast. But I want you to know that between now and then, I hope you have a fantastic Christmas, that you get everything you want, and that those loved ones and people around you have a festive and wonderful time of year.
Oh, yeah.
Bye. All right. That went well. That was fun. I enjoyed it.
That was fun.
And
I was really hoping you would go longer. I think he was really trying to throw you with tennis, and unfortunately kind of backfired on him.
Yeah, because tennis...
It was a double fault.
I was golf in there? Did you say... Or is it just Mario Golf?
It's just Mario Golf.
Yeah, see, I almost screwed up on that one because I thought it was super. But it's all super to me. It's all super.
It's all super to me.
It's all super to me. Thanks, Stanley. All right. Here's your deal right here.
This is your radio newscaster with another exclusive sensational summary of world and local events.
It's the news brought to you by
Super Mario Coverville. The countdown, top 40 covers of 2018, begins today and concludes 1 week from today. So it's a 2-part episode with a cliffhanger and a very special ending. I don't know about that last part. Maybe Blossom finds love or something. But no, it's 40 covers, the best of the year, including some that I've played right here on this very show. Where will things like Zombie by Bad Wolves sit? Where will where's my list here? Where will things like Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox and Juliana Hatfield and Mumford & Sons and stuff like that land? Well, you'll just have to listen and find out. Today, 1 p.m. Mountain Time, coverville.com/live or twitch.tv/coverville.
Oh, it's utterly fantastic, that news.
Yeah.
So check that out. All right, so here's the deal. We got some stories here today that we're going to rip through, and some of these are just very odd. So I wanted to warn everybody now, these are some odd stories. I know we do odd stories all the time, but these are especially odd. For example, Popeyes. You know the chicken place. You ever been to the chicken place Popeyes?
I've been to Popeyes. You like Popeye? Is it big like Popeye? I like Popeye.
Do you like Popeyes chicken? Do you enjoy it?
It's all right. I think that their chicken is on par with KFC, but if I go there, I'm probably getting the seafood because I like their fried clams and oysters and shrimp and stuff like that.
Sure.
But their sides, both of those places. Actually, I will say this: Popeyes I think has better sides because I do like red beans and rice more than I like grainy grit mashed potatoes with a gravy that can only be described as gravy.
Yeah. It's always got a question mark behind it. That's
it always does. It's gravy.
Yeah, I think Popeyes is all right. I like El Pollo Loco.
I know. I wish we still had El Pollo Locos locally. We don't.
We have those, and they're great. We like
way
that.
better for you too.
Yeah, and you can get like rotisserie style stuff and all that. It's really good.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, Popeyes, the chicken place, is offering flyers. That is to say, airplane flyers, people who travel.
Oh, okay.
An emotional
passengers.
Yes, passengers on a plane. Emotional support chickens. Yes, that's right. The stress of traveling, especially over the holiday season, can sure be a lot with the crowds, long lines, weather delays. It's no wonder some people need an emotional support animal. Well, check out Popeye's solution to help ease the stress. The company has introduced Emotional Support Chicken. It's actually a fried chicken meal in a specifically designed carrier box that looks like a chicken. Fried chicken that just makes everything better. Or at least a good laugh. Too bad it's only available in Philadelphia's International Airport for a limited time.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, it's not a thing that's really easy to eat on a tray table. I mean, you need a few extra napkins with all the grease and drippiness. And
Oh, that doesn't stop some people from eating terrible things on flights I've been on.
No.
Like the more
terrible
recent,
and smelly things on flights.
The airplane or the ride back from BlizzCon, somebody decided to have some giant nacho bomb, and it was horrific. The whole plane smelled like it. It was awful. But yeah, it's not even really shaped that much like a chicken. Chat room, there's the video.
No, it's just a box.
It's just a box with a chicken cardboard tail and head. It's just kind of dumb.
Which are two of the pieces you'll find in your Popeye's chicken.
Yeah. And they've called it an emotional support chicken.
Right.
Okay, part of me thinks they're not taking this emotional support animal thing very seriously. And part of me thinks they're just taking advantage of it. And part of me just thinks they don't know what they're talking about. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. It's a little weird.
I mean, that part of it's kind of funny. I mean, how seriously does a fast food chain need to take emotional support animals? Probably. I do like the fact that their video, though, shows an emotional support dog in the background looking longingly at the fried chicken.
Oh, yeah. That dog's getting screwed either way, because here's the deal.
Right.
He's not going to be allowed to eat that food at all. Secondly, he can't chew the bones because chicken bones will shard up and rip your guts and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a bad thing. So, yeah. Oh, I almost killed Nick the other day. He had a plate of hot wings down here that he was eating by his computer where he was playing games with his brother-in-law and his friends. And he left it all out. And I come trotting down here, and Rainer's up on the table going to town on these bones. And she hadn't gotten through the first one yet. She'd only just gotten to the meat part and hadn't chewed any bones yet. So I was perfect timing. But oh my gosh, we just about could have lost a dog.
Right. Yeah, exactly. How much would removing chicken bone shards from her esophagus cost,
I don't know. I don't even know if they can do that. I think once they... I actually don't know how it works, but they always warn you because they say they can just cause internal bleeding and they'll just freaking die.
Oh,
it's no good. You got to get steak bones for the dogs.
Yeah, who I feel bad for are the flight attendants who come down and ask you if you have any trash to get rid of, and they're going to get this big greasy box full of bones and who knows what else.
Yep.
That take up their entire little plastic bag that they come down the aisle with. That's who I feel bad for.
Wouldn't someone please think of them? I don't bring food on a plane. I just don't do it. Like,
really?
Yeah,
I
feel like it's rude. I think it's rude to open up some stinky. Everyone around me. Yeah, everybody around me. Just opening up the food, going and eating my food. It just seems, I don't know, weird.
I have no problem whatsoever with that, and especially if my flight takes place over lunchtime. I'll swing by, and usually what I'll do is I'll get like a sub sandwich and take that on the plane. Number one, it's easy to eat. Number two, it's not going to be stinky like something cooked and an aromatic and steaming pasta dish or something like that.
It's a nice self-contained little bread envelope with food in it.
Right, exactly. And I'm not going to get the big greasy Italian sub, even though I do like the Quiznos greasy Italian sub. But
do they call it the greasy Italian sub?
No, of course not.
Okay.
That would be insensitive to subs.
Yeah. The Quiznos greasy Italian sub.
Ask for it by name.
Oh, man.
At Quiznos, we have the grease.
Just borrows the Arby's guy. I like that. Yeah. I you know what? I'm with you there. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's no big deal.
But by the way, that Arby's guy's Ving Rhames, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, from all the stuff. Yeah. He has I assume they take the ball gag out of his mouth just for the reading.
I think so, yes, exactly. Does he look like a bitch? No, he does not. He has the meats.
He has the meats. We have the meats. Yeah, didn't we just talk about him getting robbed and then
Oh yeah.
No. The neighbors sent the police there because they said there was a black guy hanging around the house and they didn't trust him.
And it's his house.
It's his house, yeah. What an a-hole that neighbor. I wish there was a follow-up on that.
Yes, exactly.
A-holes. All right.
I hope he went medieval on his ass.
Yeah, I do too. Ethan. I always just hear him saying Ethan over and over from those movies. All right, a man eating oysters. You like oysters, right?
I do like oysters, yeah.
I don't trust them. I think they're sometimes got sand in them, and oftentimes are bad for you.
Oftentimes they have the grit from the shell from if they were improperly or not carefully shucked.
Yeah.
Then they'll have like peelings from the shell.
Yeah.
Which
Plus,
sucks.
if you don't prepare them right or they're not fresh, they'll kill you. They'll freaking give you the runny butts and the projectile vomits, the diarrhea.
Yes, exactly.
I don't want that. But anyway, not a big fan. But it's like eating boogers as far as I'm concerned. But there's a guy in Manhattan. He was in a restaurant. He was eating oysters, and he found a pearl in there, which I suppose can happen. Turned out to be worth thousands of dollars, many thousands of dollars.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Rick Antosh was just planning to stop for a simple lunch at the Manhattan restaurant, but ended up leaving a few $1,000s richer. New Jersey man met a friend at the oyster bar inside the Grand Central Terminal. See, I wouldn't trust that in there. I don't know why. I just wouldn't.
Yeah, in Grand Central, yeah.
Yeah, something's weird.
Well, again, it might be, it's Grand Central, so they probably have much stricter food safety rules there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
actually, you know what surprises me? It just hit me. You and your aversion to thickened liquid, but you're cool with thickened seafood.
Well,
in a
an oyster
shell.
isn't. Yeah, I mean, an oyster isn't liquid. It's still meat.
Oh,
it's
like
not.
a booger.
It's not. It's not. It's meat. It's not like a booger.
It's
Like
a
if you
big...
held up the oyster and shook it, it wouldn't split in half like a booger would.
Is that what boogers do?
That's what boogers do.
Oh.
Not that I've ever done it, but it's meat.
All right,
It's meat.
it is meat.
But,
You're right. It's meat.
The place, one of my favorite places for oysters is the oyster bar that's attached to the seafood restaurant, Italian seafood restaurant in Harrah's in Las Vegas on the Strip.
Oh.
It's about the only reason I'll go into Harrah's.
Yeah, I was going to say there aren't. I'm trying to think of other reasons I go into Harrah's, and I don't.
The only other reason to go to Harrah's is because you want to go to the monorail, and you have to go through Harrah's to get to the monorail.
My pen came off my pudding can. So wait, when you're in there, the only memory of Harrah's I have is beautiful ladies in fancy sort of dance wear.
Sure, the Jubilee dancers.
Yeah, those ladies, and they always smell like strawberries and blueberries, and they have glitter on them, and I like.
Well,
I like it.
You might be thinking of strippers, Scott.
This is a while ago. It was I remember a trip in '97.
You had me until glitter. I don't know. I mean, they probably do have glitter, but now the thing is, you don't even have to go into Harrah's to see the Jubilee ladies in their showgirls costumes, because that's the new thing. It's like, well, I wanted to do dress up as a minion to try and get people to pose with me so I could charge them $10 for a camera shot, but I'm an attractive young lady, so I will just wear as little as possible and stand on the Strip and pretend I'm a showgirl and see if people pose with me for photos.
Yeah, that's what you get now. I think back in the day, though, Harrah's actually were working employees of Harrah's.
They were absolutely, and they'd be up in the front.
Yeah.
Usually right next to the giant wheel of fortune.
Yeah.
And they'd be there to either spin it for you or cheer you on when you won, when you plunked down your hard-earned money.
Yep. And I remember when we got a picture, me and my buddy Drew put their arms around us, and I remember feeling this warm, calm, sort of wonderful feeling that I was with very lovely people who smelled very nice. It's a very strong memory I have of 1997's visit to Vegas. I remember these ladies very specifically. It's very odd. And I was there with Kim, and he was there with Annie. It's not like we were out just, being bachelors or something, but there was just something about the aura they were putting off.
Now, were your wives with you at the time, or were they they took the shopping and just sent you to?
They took the pictures. They were there with the cameras.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good. Very good.
Yeah. And 97, I don't think it was a cell phone. It was like a regular old ass camera.
Kodak Instamatic.
Yeah. Something like
Palm
that.
Pilot.
I think it was one of those.
The camera.
You know what it was? One of those long. What would they? They were. You'd have to have it. It was film, but they were the little long thin ones.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what they were called. What were they?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I mean, basically, it would be almost like holding your phone sideways.
Yeah.
To take a picture.
Yeah.
Don't remember the film was those self-contained little canisters that were long strips with the two cylinders on each end, because that was the roll of film.
It's like a little scroll of film in there.
Yep. Exactly.
Oh, what a weird time that was.
Yeah.
Dumb time. Anyway, they all smelled very nice, and I remember one of them smelled like blueberries. Never forgot that.
I've been rolling around in blueberry cereal and glitter.
It was masking the otherwise Vegas smells around me.
Well, yeah, which, there you go. Once you get in the proximity of one of those ladies, you do enter some sort of sphere of of solitude.
Sure.
With no Vegas smells, no Vegas noise. You just have a showgirl with her arm around you.
Indeed. Anyway, this guy found a pearl, and by the way, it looked just like a little black dot. So he was like poking around at it and found it, and then the kitchen staff confirmed this has only happened one other time in 28 years. Wow. And the guy walked out of there with like $3 or $4 grand worth of pearl there.
That's awesome. I'm looking to see if they have a picture of the pearl on here. It's not displaying all the images.
The site kind of sucks too. Inquisitor.com.
Kind of does. Inquisitor.
See, look at those boogers right there. That top picture. You guys see those boogers? Look at those boogers.
Delicious. Delicious boogers.
Oh, look at them. It's like some bathroom floor thing you'd avoid. It's like you couldn't wait to get past whatever that is on the floor. Let's see. There's no
more
picture.
For me.
I didn't bite it. Sensed something was odd. He thought it was a filling came out of his tooth. I hate that feeling. When you think metal has popped from a tooth. Even when it hasn't, you still think about it all day. All right. A naked man ran through town with a bag over his head.
What town is this?
This is according to Melrose, Massachusetts. The dispatch there. So, okay, here's the weird thing about this story. I don't have a lot of details, and that almost makes it better because all this is like it's called the
it's police reports.
Yeah, it's police reports, and so they just kind of list them out. And here's how this one goes.
Oh, hold on! Do you have any like Dragnet music to put behind? Like,
do I have something? I probably do. Hold on. You know what? I am gonna find something. Okay.
Good.
So we're gonna do. I need some kind of. Okay, yeah.
Dun 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 dun.
I don't know if I have that or not. I'll have something similar.
Surely the Art of Noise Dragnet mashup, right? Come on.
Well, then we get in trouble for playing that.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, how about? Let's see. What's this?
Oh, great, yes.
Oh, wow.
But now you have to read it like you're a detective in a film noir.
Okay, that's how I'm gonna do it. This is a track called "Cool City." All right, this is what happened that day, see? On December 11th of Tuesday. But hold on, this is a little freaking loud. Let me turn that down. Okay, there we go.
Dame walks into my office. See?
Yeah, she was
she
beautiful.
Has legs that go all the way up to her butt.
I'm not used to it. I'm used to shorter legs.
They go all the way up and make an ass out of themselves.
That's
see?
right. Yeah, see? A road rage report of a woman in the Melrose Wakefield Hospital parking lot somebody was driving the wrong way. So then they have that. And then they say at 6:08 p.m., report of a male punching a female in front of the hospital. The female ran away on Lebanon Street with the male chasing her. And then you got 11:44 a.m. This is the next morning. Report of a vehicle with teenagers inside pulling up to residents on Melrose Street and making vulgar statements. All those teenagers. You got to watch out for
connected.
them. Then you got this one. It's just getting better and better. A report at 1:38 p.m. Report of vandalism at the Melrose Church of Christ. Oh, you don't want to mess with him this time of year. I'm telling you.
Nope.
Then you got a 31-year-old Brighton man at 9:59 a.m. was summoned on charges of speeding in violation of special regulation and unlicensed operation of a motor vehicle. And then here you go. Friday, December 14th, 2:39 a.m. Report of a man running down Pleasant Street naked with a paper bag on his head.
Pleasant Street.
Yeah. No follow-up. That's it.
I know, yeah.
That's the whole report. It's pretty great, though. That guy's a winner and a dreamer and a lover, not a fighter.
No kidding.
All right.
Good thing he had a paper bag over his head.
Yeah.
I would have gotten away with it, too, if it weren't for that strong gust of wind. The light rain.
What would draw? And you're right. Spartacus in the chat is right. Nothing good happens at 2:39 a.m. Nothing.
No, totally true.
Nothing. Yeah. All right. We got another final story here.
You know, that could be. It could have been a Terminator, right? Because they have to travel. You know, they would usually zap in at night in the little sparkly sphere, right? Mm-hmm. And they show up with no clothes because, as we know, time travel, you have to be naked when you time travel.
Yeah.
And he probably didn't find a bunch of guys to say, your clothes, give them to me now. He just found a paper bag and said, I'm going to grab this. And then we'll find Santa Connor.
And as we know,
Running down Pleasant Street.
Oh, that's awesome. All right. Actually, we're out of time. I'm going to not do this story. I'm going to save that for tomorrow, and instead we're going to get Tom Merritt in here in a minute. Reccomentals is today also, so Nicole presumably on today, but we can't do anything until Brian plops right in the middle of the show a song selection. What have you got today, Brian?
Yes, this is one of those albums that once I heard one song and the song that we're going to be playing, I said, oh, I'm picking up the whole album. I didn't buy the whole album. I'm downloading the whole album from the label that sent it to me and said, here's the song, here's the single. Hey, if you want it, here, download the rest of the album. And I did it immediately because it's so good. This is a band, really they started out in Brooklyn. However, now they're in Austin, Texas. Music City of the Music Center of Texas right there, Austin. And it's a band called Moving Panoramas. The Houston Press says that they are the best band in Texas right now. The Austin Chronicle describes them as conjuring a big yet intimate sound reminiscent of 90s output from Brit Indie 4AD. And Pop Matters compares their music to Dum Dum Girls, Best Coast, and the Eilers set, saying that they waste no time creating a niche for themselves within that style on their debut album, One. It's great. It's absolutely great. The brand new album is called Baby Blues. Is that right? No, I'm sorry. The album is called Into, INTWO. The band is called Moving Panoramas. Here is the song Baby Blues.
Blush is applied to give cheeks a quiet glow. A good rule to follow is never let blush come nearer the nose than an imaginary line dropped vertically from the center of the eye.
Peaceful and quiet, perfect for boating.
You're threatening me? You're threatening me with pee? This is the morning stream.
And we're back, everybody. Welcome back to the program. We are here for the next phase of the good times we have here on TMS.
Phase 2
of
our program.
Yeah, like Del Boca Vista, Phase 2. And we begin with this little ditty right here.
With the computer, as with any tool, the concept and direction must come from the man.
The man in question, who's always being questioned. No, that's not true. That seems weird. He's not getting questioned by anybody. Is Tom Merritt. Hello, Tom.
Hello, I am coming from a deep, dark blackness.
Yeah, I see your camera.
Oh, wow, no kidding. Yeah, lights.
Camera.
Jeez, pay your bill.
Yeah, I see nothing from Tom's.
You got to save money somewhere, Brian.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. Hey, look, it's fine. You're here to talk about technology, and sometimes we need to be reminded that technology only works when power is properly applied. I was having this thing yesterday where, now I see Tom. His thing's working now.
Now it's too bright.
Now I see how he's such a white man. But we got to be reminded that power is required for our technology to run. And what better day than today for Tom Merritt to come by and talk about the tech news of the day as we prepare for the Daily Tech News Show later this afternoon. Tom,
it's like we're going to slowly watch Tom cook on that screen.
If I hold my hand close enough to the camera, it then dims the rest of the shot.
Yeah.
Right. And you probably don't even use that microphone in front of your face because it's picking you up from the webcam mic, I think.
Yeah, it changed your mic when you changed whatever you did, so now it's a different mic. It's all right. Look,
it's picking you up on that Apple TV that you have behind you in the bookcase.
We consider him a tech expert, and none of this should be reflected.
Thank you for considering me. He's not, but we consider him.
Is that past tense?
Well, anyway, hey, it's always good. Oh, he's leaving now. No, he's back.
Oh no, he's fixing
back.
The lights.
Yeah, he sounds normal now. Tom Merritt, everybody, Ace Detect, the man himself, the Daily Tech News Show host, is here. And because he's here, we're going to talk about whatever's going on today in tech. Tom, what's going on in tech?
Well, hold on.
Oh, now you sound good.
You know what? I want to talk about that whole New York Times article about Facebook.
Oh, yeah, this has been quite the scandal the last couple of days.
Is it, though?
Well, that's what I want to see. Tom always knows this stuff. That's why I've held off judgment until I heard from you.
Here's the tricky thing about it. As soon as you don't agree with everything in the article, then you become a defender of Facebook. And how can you make excuses for them, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm somewhere in between. I read the New York Times article and was rolling my eyes consistently. There's some inflammatory language in there, you know. They definitely have an axe to grind in that article, and I think most of the world does these days. Certainly, tech journalism in general. It's not just the New York Times does. But what Facebook has been doing is also misunderstood. While I say that, that doesn't make it right. Mm-hmm. Okay. And subtle points are just not in these days. So I get it if you're just going to ignore me and either yell or scream or whatever. But really, what has been going on with Facebook is they have for a long time, and lots of companies have done this for a long time, have enabled features on site. So my favorite example is the Spotify example. In Spotify, you can have it automatically send messages that say what you're listening to. Now, forget for a moment, those of you who are like, why would I want to do that? Why would I want to spam my friends with the songs that I'm listening to? Assume somebody does, right? Because they made this feature. And to do that, you have to log into Facebook on Spotify and give it access to your account. And then what it will do is send those messages to your messages. Now, here's the thing. The New York Times describes this feature as it gave Spotify the ability to read Facebook users' private messages, which it did.
Yeah.
But it's the same as when you launch an app that you want to, automatically send status updates to Twitter, and it says, this will give it the ability to write posts on Twitter. And for a half a second, you're like, well, gee, I don't want it to write anything on Twitter. But you're like, oh, wait, but I want this app to be able to send these status updates. So I guess it has to have that permission in order to work. I'm going to trust that this app won't abuse that permission. Same thing was going on with Spotify. So it's not as bad as the New York Times is making it sound. And I think it does us a disservice to paint it as they were secretly sharing data, because where everybody's head goes is advertising. Right. Oh, they were taking all my data and giving it to Netflix, giving it to Microsoft, and giving it to Spotify so that they could use it for their nefarious purposes. And in fact, that's not what's going on. What was going on was your data was being used by features on these sites to be able to do personalization on those sites based on your Facebook account. 10 years ago, that wasn't even controversial. That was considered a perk, right? And these days we feel differently. What Facebook did wrong is say, hey, if you're logging into Facebook, all the permissions you give Facebook now work over here, except you weren't on Facebook anymore. Right. And so, and the New York Times article is not wrong that Microsoft has access to that data. Netflix has access to that data. And the difference between what Facebook did and what happens on your phone is you didn't get the pop-up. Right. You didn't get the pop-up that says, hey, when you log into Spotify, it's going to be able to see your messages because it has to be able to, are you cool with that? And you say yes. Mm-hmm. So I'm not defending Facebook. This was a really crappy implementation of it. On the other hand, I'm not certain it violates the FTC consent decree because you had to log into Facebook to make this work. So they might have a little bit of a loophole there. It doesn't mean it wasn't a bad practice, and it always was a bad practice to let something have access without telling you, without making sure you knew.
Yeah. I wish this had less hyperbole strapped onto it. And I understand that it's very baity, and it's in the current climate towards Facebook, people just waiting for the other shoe to drop all the time about how else they're screwing up your privacy. And then you got big names like Walt Mossberg and other people coming out going, this is why I canceled my Facebook years ago. I knew they were up to some weird whatever. And it just adds on and adds on to this thing. I don't think anybody here is defending Facebook or loves Facebook. I mean, I use Facebook kind of as just another method to communicate with some family and fans, but I don't really use it as my primary method of anything, and I don't use Messenger at all. And so this has like no effect on me, even if they were being malicious. But this jumping to this conclusion is really wearing me out, because the last few days it's all been, did you know Netflix can read and maybe even write messages in your private messages? I'm like, I don't think that's what they're saying. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'll get back to you. Tom's not on until Wednesday. So
yeah, it's and I think this is bad. This is what makes it so hard for me is I think Facebook should be taken to task. And I think shining a light on this is good to say, hey, folks, they were doing this. Maybe it didn't have a whole lot of bad effects, but you should have known about it.
Yeah.
Because it could have had bad effects, and because your data was being accessed by companies that have had data breaches, and so it was exposing it to more possibilities. Nothing bad has happened as far as we know here, but in a world where we're trying to tighten down privacy, this is a hole that should have been filled. I don't like the implications that it was risking things that it wasn't, because that's what inspires an overreaction, which is going to have unintended consequences on things we do want to have.
Right. Yeah. I think that the cooler approach to this is the right one. It's just interesting to see, though, Facebook having to. The one good thing about this is they're having to air some of their mistakes, some long-running ones, some stuff that's just bad.
You're right. I
like
agree with you.
And that's good, right? Like,
more light and transparency is a good thing.
Yeah, I agree with that. I just wish we weren't all, going to this place of, they're a tool of whatever, doing the thing just to, screw everybody, or there's some kind of malicious, nefarious stuff going on. I mean, if there is, we should know about it and we should get to the bottom of it. But I think that's what that transparency gives over time anyway. But yeah, a whole lot of freak out for a misunderstood
There's actually a similar
issue.
story that, because of the New York Times story, isn't getting as much take-up as it might otherwise. University of Southern California computer science professor posted on Medium describing how even if you turn off location services, Facebook serves you location-based ads. Now, the computer science professor, I think, is just doing a responsible job of saying, hey, folks, you should know that IP addresses are often used as regionalizations, and sometimes Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, can do that too because of the way they connect. So even if you have this turned off, you should know they could still geo-target you, even though they don't know who you are, even if you're logged out of Facebook. And Facebook, you should make note of that in your policies, that when you turn off location services, it doesn't mean that generic, anonymous location-based ads based on your IP address aren't available, because guess what? An IP address is not protectable unless you use a VPN yourself.
Right.
Everybody's taking this as Facebook still tracks you even when you turn off location services. It's like, well, yeah, so does every website that exists.
Yeah. IP addresses, different level, man. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
IP doesn't stand for is protected, does it?
Sadly, no.
No, it doesn't. Anyway, well, this is gonna be good to talk about today. This and more, obviously, down there at the Daily Tech News Show.
Yeah,
which
we
I'll
got
be on.
some stuff out there about NVIDIA creating realistic faces with AI that I want to kick around as well.
I like that. The sound of that sounds good. Been seeing some really cool behind the scenes kind of weird tech demo things people have been putting together based on the new architecture of their, like, what's the name of their new cards? I have one right here. I'm supposed to give away. Anyway, whatever the new card, 2080s, I guess. Anyway, some of the ray tracing stuff. Some people have been putting together some insane demos that make you wonder.
Cool.
Not wonder. It makes you realize where we're going next for real-time rendering. It's going to be insane, you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
In the brain.
Insane in the membrane is where I'm doing it. Later today, that's 2:30 Mountain Time, the Daily Tech News Show. Get to that very selfsamename.com and get details if you haven't heard the show before. And join us today. I'll be on. It'll be me, Tom, Sarah, and Roger. Of course, fantastic stuff always afoot over there. Tom Merritt, everybody. Ace to Tech. Give us your something you got going on. Anything you want to mention? Anything cool?
I don't know if anyone remembers that Molly Wood and I used to do a show together, but we're doing a show together again. So if you're interested in that sort of thing, check out It's a Thing at it'sathing.me. It's our revived show where we talk about stuff in the world that has attracted our attention and kick it around as only Molly and I can do.
Oh, very nice. That is awesome. What a reunion. It's That's a Thing. Go check it out. It's a thing, and that's a thing. Tom Merritt, everybody. Ace Detect on Twitter. Tom, take it easy. We'll see you later this afternoon.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Yeah, I'm
It's
on
that
today.
thing.
I forgot today. In about an hour, I have to. I don't have to, but I'm on Patrick's end of year Pixels gaming thing.
Yeah,
it's gonna be nuts. He's got like seven guests on there, and it's gonna be freaking banana times.
How's he doing at Hangouts?
I don't know. I know. I think we're using. Discord.
Oh, really?
He's just doing voice. I think he's not doing video. Anyway, there's that. Good stuff.
Cool.
How about Nicole? What do you say to that idea?
How about that?
Yeah. How about that
time of the show?
How about that, Nicole? You guys went to dinner the other day. Sounds like fun.
Mm-hmm. Well, she didn't go.
Oh, I thought she did go. Oh, she's been really sick.
No, they had a Wood Whisperer online thing.
Oh, all right. Well,
a live deal.
The internet. I get it.
The internet.
I've been there. Hey, check it out. This is a thing. Nicole Spag, all the way from Colorado. Hold on, Nicole Spag. Hi.
Hi.
Hey, you sound better this week.
He totally made a Rick Moranis face.
Yeah.
That was Mateo. He's homesick. So yeah, whatever this is burning through the house. He's running a fever, but I wanted to give him.
I'll see you after Christmas then.
Yeah.
No. He'll be fine. He'll be fine on Sunday because he could have gone to school today, but I just wanted 24 hours. Of fever free before I.
That's a good idea. Yeah, the kids. So what my experience when the kids were little was that we would get a normal cold and then they would catch the same cold, but they would get a fever with it because they're just these little bodies,
Yeah.
just fighting like little fisticuffs 20s era funny mustache looking fighters, just going, I gotta beat this thing, and they'd get all fevery where Kim and I would not. And that's probably all it is. But you sound better.
I had bronchitis,
Yeah.
reactive airway disease, whatever. But so apparently I'm like susceptible to like asthma-like conditions, and so that albuterol or whatever.
Yeah.
I had to do like a breathing treatment.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I felt amazing after that.
That stuff's great. Yeah. I had to do that too when I had bronchitis, and it was great.
Oh.
I've only ever had it the one time. I'm terrified. They always say you could get it easier next time, but I don't know if that's true. I hope not.
I love that the chat room's placing bets on whether or not I am sick. Awesome.
Yeah.
I have a crappy immune system. I hate it.
Well, it's also this time of year, man. It's all out there. It's
Yeah.
bad. And we can only do what we can do. But we are going to do Reccomentals, which is a fantastic thing that we all enjoy here greatly. Things we've seen on streaming services that we'll recommend for you, or in Brian's case, maybe the opposite of that. So
yes, exactly the opposite for me today.
Do you want to?
And I emailed you my clip, Scott.
Oh, okay.
Late. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. I can grab it while Brian's doing his thing. Brian, you have any setup for this?
I will just say no, because a couple people have actually even guessed it based on just me talking about the box office numbers on Monday in the tease. So. No, I'm not going to say anything until after this.
All right. Well, here it is. Check it out.
I do know that my being here may have caused some awkwardness within the family.
You think?
I do, Tom, seriously. And it's even possible that some of it could potentially be, in some small way, partly my fault.
Which part wasn't your fault?
I'm talking, okay? So what I've done is I went ahead and wrote a sequence so you guys can get a sense of what I'm going for here. And we're all going to read this aloud.
I feel like I'm insane.
And that's why you have no lines. Mom, I believe you go first.
Oh, look at us. I sure hope you like the meal I so lovingly prepared for the people I love. She smiles at Todd. No.
That sounds like
Is this Four Christmases?
It is
right?
not Four Christmases.
Oh, it sounded like Reese Witherspoon there for a minute.
Yeah.
No, the woman's voice you heard, the younger woman's voice was Christina Applegate.
Older woman is, hold on, don't say it. It's what's her name?
Lady.
It's what's her name from hold on. She's
You know who I'm talking about too.
She's in that Shits show. The Shits.
Yes, she is.
The
mom.
SCTV, all the Christopher Guest movies. I can't think of her name.
Can I just tell you it's Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine O'Hara, freaking.
We also heard James Gandolfini very shortly in that clip, and then Ben Affleck as the guy who's
Reindeer
causing all the
games.
No, but that's a good guess.
That's
that's actually a Christmas movie that Ben Affleck has done that I like better than this one, which was called Surviving Christmas.
Surviving Christmas.
Let me guess. It's about in-laws and things, right? It's got to be.
No. Oh, that would have been so much better. No. It feels like I'm going to be reading the plot of a Hallmark Christmas movie. But wealthy advertising executive, played by Ben Affleck, realizes that he's missing something in his life, and so he goes to his childhood home, which is now occupied by a different family, Gandolfini, Applegate, Catherine O'Hara, and offers them $250,000 to be his surrogate family for the holidays, and hijinks ensue.
Oh, that sounds bad.
So many hijinks. I can't remember. I think this is streaming on, what the heck did we watch this on? I think HBO Go.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Surviving.
Surviving Christmas. Yes.
Yeah. Who's the guy?
It's got such a great cast, right? Gandolfini is in this. You got your. Ben Affleck. I think at the time this might have been if we overlaid a graph of Ben Affleck's cocaine use.
Wow.
His cocaine use. Are we at the height here?
I think this would be right at the peak. Of
this picture.
This is on HBO.
This is picture Gandolfini running down Affleck with a snow shovel. That looks entertaining.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's we were looking for Christmas movies, and I told Tina, well, I don't want to watch something I've watched before. Well, I won't say what's streaming because you might have picked one of those, but a lot of the ones that we know and love are already streaming, and I wanted to pick something that I haven't seen before. And if nothing else, I've provided everybody with a public service of a movie to stay away from, despite the fact that it's got such a great cast. I mean, Catherine O'Hara right now, I feel like can do no wrong, and she's poorly used in this.
Mm.
Weird.
So Squishy Twitchy says, I can't watch HBO Go with Dish. Don't worry. Brian's not recommending this movie.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Don't have to worry about it.
I'm giving you one more reason not to get HBO Go, Squishy Twitchy.
Yeah, don't run out and buy it for this. We can tell you that much.
Exactly.
All right, avoid it. Is what you're saying. Don't see it.
Yeah, avoid it. Go watch Reindeer Games, the aforementioned Reindeer Games. If nothing else, you get to watch Charlize Theron for 2 hours, which there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Why is it so hard to make a Christmas movie? Like, there are hundreds of horrible Christmas movies. I feel like they're all trying to capture lightning in a bottle for like Christmas Story or Christmas Vacation.
Yeah. Exactly. What they need to do is not go to the trope of, the ending being the main character discovers the true meaning of Christmas. Just avoid that as a plot line altogether.
Yeah.
Come up with something else.
I'll just reiterate, Daddy's Home 2 or whatever that one that I recommended last time.
Yeah.
It's in my rotation now. It's a great Christmas movie. You should totally watch it.
All right.
It's on. You can watch it. I believe it's on Hulu.
Yeah.
Daddy's Home 2. Yes. It's Will Ferrell, I feel, is like, if he's in a Christmas movie, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
So
that's his job.
Yeah.
Is to be good in a Christmas movie.
I don't know if that's his job.
That may not be his job. Yeah.
This director, by the way, also directed films like Trolls, Sky High, Shrek Forever After, and Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo.
Wow.
I do like Sky High, though.
No, but you don't like Male Gigolo. That's a poop movie. It's not good. That's a real mixed resume right there you just gave us.
It really is.
It really is, yeah.
Weird. An animated film? That's crazy. All right. Well, here's my Christmas recommendation. And you're gonna hear this and go, Scott, that's not a Christmas movie. And I'm here to tell you that I watch it every year for Christmas, around Christmas. Every year I watch this movie. And I don't know why I like it as a Christmas movie, but I do. And tough poop if you don't like it. Here's my movie that I watch every year for Christmas.
What can I do for you, sir?
Well, sir, it's this rug I have. It really tied the room together.
You told Brant on the phone, he told me. Where do I fit in?
Well, they were looking for you, these two guys.
I'll say it again. You told Brant on the phone, he told me. I know what happened, yes?
Oh, so you know that they were trying to piss on your rug?
Did I urinate on your rug?
You mean, did you personally come and pee on my rug?
Hello? Do you speak English, sir? Parla usted inglés?
So I watch The Big Lebowski every year for Christmas time. I don't know why. Again, I don't know why I find it to be Christmassy. I've associated it with holiday.
Streaming?
It's on Netflix. It's also, I have like 3 copies of it on various things.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time, and I can't get enough of it. So
isn't there a scene like one of his dream sequences where he's where all the women are dressed up in Santa's elves costumes, or are they just dressed in like? I guess I remember they're in like Egyptian costumes.
Yeah,
or something.
It's just some other kind of
or Viking
dance down the
I think it is
gangplank.
Viking.
Yeah,
it is Viking.
Yeah, there's no. As far as I can tell, watching it again this year, I don't think there's any reference, overt or otherwise, to Christmas. It's just something about it feels like Christmas to me, and I really can't tell you why. I really don't know why, but I love everybody in it. I think it is. It's the. So there's the, Coen movies, you can kind of take them and put them in categories. And, there's the comic ones, there's the comically dark ones, there's the dark ones. Like, there's all these different kinds of things they do. But they all kind of have their flavor to it. This is like in the vein of Raising Arizona or some of the goofier stuff. But I think it's the best of the goofier stuff. I just absolutely freaking love it. And a reminder, here's the thing. A few years ago, I may have told this story, but I saw a TNT presentation of the movie, and I watched the whole thing through and went, oh, man, I love this movie. Why haven't I shown this to the kids? My kids were a little younger then. I should show this to the kids. And so I sat down with the kids with the DVD version of the thing, and I just want to hats off to TNT for the best bleeping, or not bleeping, but like ADR, like, fix it up, not make it swear job I've ever heard in my life.
Right.
Because
well,
it made
plus
me
you have
forget.
Julianne Moore swinging across the ceiling half naked, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's that whole bit in there. And I didn't remember any of that at the time. This would have been like 2004 or something. And the movie came out in the late 90s. So when I started it with the kids, and I was like, F. It was like effing all effins, just constantly F-bombing. And I went, okay, all right, now I remember. It's a little like you just forget stuff that's in things. Like I remember doing this with Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That's a plenty awesome movie, no matter who you are. But there's some stuff in it.
Goonies.
I
started watching Goonies with my kid, and I was like, well.
Yeah, they get salty, man. They get a little salty, a little saucy in there.
No, I didn't remember that at all.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't either until I had a 5-year-old sitting next to me. And
I forgot that in Airplane, rated PG, by the way, that a lady runs across the stream with her boobs bouncing on camera.
Right.
Like,
it's just boobs.
Naked
Jello,
boobs.
right?
Yeah, naked boobs, though. I'm not going to show my 4-year-old naked boobs. It's not a good idea at that age. So anyway, the point is, TNT really killed it with that with their TV-ification of that, because I couldn't tell. It was so well done. But anyway, it's a fantastic movie, and again, it's a little bit of a cheat, but I do watch it for Christmas every year. And I couldn't honestly. I was looking at all the Christmas selections, going, I don't really. I mean, I'm not going to do Die Hard again. So what am I doing here? And I was like, you know what? Here's one I love. Let's watch it before next week. So I did.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nicole, let's get to you and do you. Let's be you. Do you.
So my Reccomental is hidden inside of a movie.
Oh.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh. This is interesting. Okay.
It was something that I watched all the time as a kid, and it was really hard to find on streaming, and I just happened across it because it was kind of tucked inside something else. So I have the clip for you.
Yeah. By the way, Crash Kincaid in the chat says showing your 4-year-old boobs is better than showing them to your 12-year-old. Yeah. You make a decent point. I get it. All right, here you go.
Plus at 4, they're still more familiar with them.
Right. All right. Here is Nicole's selection. Oh, I have it muted. Wait. Okay, there we go.
What's she cooking? A canary?
For some reason, it's...
Look on the fire.
That's your laundry.
Not yet, children. We must wait for Tiny Tim.
Coming, Father. I'm coming.
Aw, this is the Mickey's Christmas Carol, isn't it?
This is Mickey's Christmas Carol,
Aw.
and it is tucked inside a Netflix. It's called Mickey's Magical Christmas, snowed in at the House of Mouse. So I grew up watching Mickey's Christmas Carol. This is the Christmas Carol that I just have such warm memories, and I had looked for it on DVD, thinking it would be a standalone DVD. It's not, and in fact, it's like they always bundle it with something else. And so when I threw this on, and I was like, wait, there's Christmas Carol. Oh, there's Mickey's Christmas Carol. So it starts in about a minute 25 of this on Netflix. And it's just wonderful, and I have such fond memories of it.
I love it. That and the
That's
Muppet
so cool.
one are my two favorites. But what I really like about it is the Mickey Mouse character roster is so perfect for this story. Because Scrooge McDuck, is there ever been a better? I mean, he's literally Scrooge McDuck. He's Scrooge.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Right there in the name.
It's perfect.
So is it after the Christmas Carol part? Are there more different segments, or it's just?
I think there
renaming?
is. You can also I found this on YouTube. Someone uploaded it in like 3-minute segments, so you can watch Mickey's Christmas Carol in 7 parts, basically.
Okay.
So that's there if you don't have Netflix. Like I said, I love Mickey's Christmas Carol. There's just something wonderful. I'm sure it's all the nostalgia, but I feel like it's one of the best Christmas carols created.
I totally agree, and it's also
That's
great.
cool.
It's great for kids because it's short and can hold their attention, and for little kids, and it's just
you can hold my attention too.
Yeah, Nicole, she's like a fly. She can't keep focused on one thing at a time.
I'm all over the place. I got so much to do.
Yeah, it's the holidays. Things are busy.
But yeah, it's weird that it's it lives in other things, and they don't actually have it as its standalone.
As Mickey's Christmas Carol on its own.
Oh, look, Vimeo's got the whole thing uncut. That's cool. Someone in the chat just posted it. Yeah, and really nice quality too. Wow, that's great.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
It was originally made in 1983, and I thought it was older than that. That's crazy. Okay, awesome.
Because they played it on The Wonderful World of Disney. Did you guys sit around the TV and watch The Wonderful
Totally
World
Sunday
of Disney?
nights. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
that and
love
you had
it.
Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom right after it.
Right
before it. Yeah.
It was before, I think. Yeah. I remember that.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, dude. The entirety of my youth was spent with this sort of stuff. But yeah, I remember that's when I first saw this, I think, was in the 80s as a kid watching one of those Sunday things. And it's really good. It's really heartfelt and sweet and well made. So people should check it out.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Nice
So there's
recommendation. That's
Great
great.
choice.
I like it. One recommendation for a truly good quality Christmas little tidbit there. Then you
Wholesome.
got Brian's complete rejection of a terrible Christmas film.
That's right. Stay away. Stay far,
And
far
then
away.
you got me with the Big Lebowski, which has nothing to do with Christmas except for.
I'm actually
I like
okay
it.
with that. I love the Big Lebowski.
It sometimes just happens where I have a film associated with a time of year, and to me that's the time of year it's in, and that's when you watch it. I watch Waterworld in the spring. It's just the way it is. I watch Mad Max anytime you want, like it, whatever. That's just the way I roll. Anyway, go get this on Vimeo, and I'll put it up on the Twitter feed.
Or Netflix.
Yeah, or Netflix if you want to get it there. Actually, I'll bet that's I don't know. This Vimeo version looks pretty good, but wherever you get the better
It's
quality.
at Amazon Prime as well.
Oh, is
the
it?
YouTube version is really good too. I mean,
Let's see. Buena Vista, thumbs up. Yeah, this is a very nice version, but I'm sure all three are probably good. And Brian, you said Amazon has it?
Somebody said in the chat that Amazon Prime has it. So
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
That's
They
another
got you covered no matter where you go.
Exactly.
Nicole, I wish you nothing but the best Christmas possible.
are we doing anything next week?
Oh, you'll be
We
here,
are.
after Christmas.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, day after.
So your pick your favorite post-Christmas film.
Yeah. Your favorite New Year's film. Is there such a thing?
Oh, that's not a bad idea, actually.
Yeah.
That's a really good suggestion. Your favorite movie because there are a ton that have New Year's stuff in them.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm down with that. I could do that. For me, it'll be No Country for Old Men, my favorite New Year's movie.
As I watch it every year for New Year's Eve.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Nicole, I hope you feel better.
Awesome.
Oh, Nicole
Merry
Spag
Christmas.
on Twitter.
Yeah.
Follow her.
Oh.
She'll put some stuff. Yes, ma'am.
Ladies of Elite. I'm getting ready to post our end of year Ladies of Elite where we talked about our top 3 games. Do you know what my
Fallout
number
76,
one is?
Fallout
I could
76,
guess
and
what your-
Fallout
yeah,
76.
exactly.
Yeah, those are your top 3.
It's not.
Oh, really? Wow.
Whoa.
You're gonna have to listen. question.
Okay, you're not going to tell us, are you? That's fine.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
Okay, what is it?
You want to know?
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, I do want to know.
It's God of War.
God of War is an amazing game. It's in my top 4. All right, bye. All right, so here's the deal with God of War. I played God of War a lot and loved it, but in the end, my top 3 are Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I loved it. Loved it. Number 2, Dead Cells.
Yeah, Dead Cells was great.
Such a good game. And 3 for me is Red Dead Redemption. 4th is God of War. And I don't have a 5th yet. I got
for me, the Spider-Man PS4 game.
Oh, Spider-Man.
Really enjoyed that. Yeah.
That was so good. In fact, I'm in the mood to play it again for obvious reasons.
Far Cry 5 came out at the beginning of the year, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah.
I did not like Far Cry 5.
Oh, really? I did. I borrowed it from Nicole, and
I was bummed by it.
A lot.
I wanted to like it more.
I probably put Dead Cells up there as well.
Yeah,
I didn't play a lot this year because I was so busy, but
yeah.
Well,
Pokemon Go is always a part of your life, right?
Well, that's just like on in the background, and maybe I'll do a one raid every week. But
sure.
No, it's it's been a bad year for me really delving into a lot of games. I'm totally digging that Poker World game though that you
it's good, right?
That you recommended before. The fact that you're playing against AI, but that AI does some unpredictable things at times that real people would do. Like, I'm going all in on this 2-7 unsuited.
Yeah.
Like, really? You did that, huh?
Yeah. I hate that. And it always makes me feel like I don't know what I'm doing when someone does that. Like I'm terrible at reading because I'll go, oh yeah, well let's see what we get here, and then I get screwed.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's poker for you. That's gonna do it for the show. Thank you all for listening. What a grand time we've had here. Tomorrow there's a show. We'll have another final chance to talk to Wendy before the big holiday, so that'll be fun, and do some business there. There's no PM this week because I'm out of town Friday.
Right.
For most of that day and the rest of that weekend. And then we'll be back next week with more stuff. So there was something else I was going to tell people. Oh, I did the first Frog Pants Plays thing yesterday. I played Resident Evil 7 and I squealed like a pig. So if you want to go see that, the video's up on the YouTube channel or the VOD on Twitch, and more of that on Thursday. So good times. Thanks everybody for showing up to that. We had a really good time in there. All right, Brian. Oh, real quick here. There is Brian and I. Look, I'm just going to be straight with people. As the year goes on, literally, our careers are kind of a mess without TMS and your patronage. Mm-hmm. If you guys aren't throwing something at Patreon, just a little bit, not much from each of you, we're kind of not in a great place. And thankfully, a bunch of you do this, and we really could use more of you. And you're like, man, I love this show. I want to support it. I want to show my love. It's easy. Go to patreon.com/TMS, and you too can be counted among the winners and not well, you're not losers if you don't, but you know what I mean.
And if you can't give a lot, that's totally fine. Give, put a buck in monthly if that's all you can do. $2 or $3 monthly if you can. Yeah. But it really, we work really hard, and it's real to us, man.
Yeah,
that's
right.
To us.
That's right.
No, I mean we basically put almost as much work into this as we would a full-time job, certainly a part-time job.
Oh, without question. Yeah.
And you're our manager who still wears a paper hat and a name tag that says Brad, and somehow got Employee of the Month that one month where you spilled nacho cheese sauce all over the floor. But still, we love you, and we'd love to get your support. And you are our paychecks.
Yeah.
So
I like it. What did you say earlier?
That's as much as I've got. That's as far as I can carry that analogy.
You said something earlier about you had a name that sounded awesome for like a detective. You said Buck. Oh yeah, Buck Monthly. The Adventures of Buck Monthly.
Buck Monthly.
Doesn't that sound like one of those?
It totally does. Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Buck Monthly.
I'm Buck Monthly. All right, we're done. And we're out of here. Go to frogpants.com/TMS if you have any confusion about any links you need or ways to contact us or any of that stuff. It's all in one place. You can request songs from Brian there. You can do all kinds of stuff at frogpants.com/TMS. Yep, that's going to do it. Let's play a song to get us out of here, in fact. Do you have one?
Sure. Nathan a.k.a. Neutrino, I think he's in the chat room today, said, hey, be something, an S word. With all the talk recently about the 12 Days of Christmas, I thought I'd recommend a cover of the song you both might enjoy. It's from an a cappella group originally out of Indiana University, Go Hoosiers. It's part cover, part mashup, and part, well, just wait and see, but I think Scott might just like it. Play this anytime you've got some time free around Christmas. I haven't been able to make it to a live show in a few months, but I still love the show, though. Signed, Nathan, a.k.a. Neutrino. Maybe I haven't seen him in the chat room.
Yeah.
But regardless, if you haven't heard this, now we talked a lot about the 12 Days of Christmas and how if you're a band that records a Christmas album and you include the 12 Days of Christmas, your bonus track should be the 12 Days of Christmas just starting from day 12. It should be like the last little bit. These guys, though, they know how to do it right. And the video is awesome. It's worth seeing, but this audio version you're going to love as well. This is the 12 Days of Christmas by the band Straight No Chaser. You'll find this on their 2009 album, Christmas Cheers. Here is Straight No Chaser.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
Disturbingly healthy.
Oh, that only came through my left ear. Lame.
Oh, I heard it in both, but that's how I roll.
I think you only hear my left ear stuff. And so it comes through as a solid stereo, but it's just mono from me. I don't know.